Hello, this is Matthew Kenslow, and in this video I want to impart to you a priceless piece of wisdom that I found 3 years ago. Never wear a red shirt inside a Kmart or Target. 3 years ago today, on December 24th, 2017, I needed a new camera. My other camera went to its last leg on Christmas Eve 2017. It was no longer a faithful tool of photography or videography anymore, so we decided to go over to Kmart after church. And I was wearing this shirt right here. I always been dressing out for church about every Sunday since March 15th, 2009, but that part's irrelevant. But I found myself at Kmart trying to find a new camera. I went to the electronics section and somebody came up to me and just asked me about something. I'm like, I really want to help, but I don't know. I just don't know, so sorry about that. And I thought nothing of it. So after I found out that I couldn't get a new camera at Kmart, we went further down Harbor Boulevard to the Target in Costa Mesa. So we went to Target and we go inside, and a couple of people came up to me and just asked me random questions about the store. I'm like, I really want to help, but I just don't know. I'm sorry, I don't work here. As it turned out, the camera that would fit the price range wasn't at that Target, so they called, or I guess they called Huntington Beach, that Target over there, and that was when all you-know-what broke loose. I was in the parking lot and I was walking to Target in Huntington Beach. We parked all the way on the other side over there, and I was like no more than halfway from our truck to the store, and someone said, "Oh, I'll give you this cart." And it was a lady who was putting her bags in the car. And I'm like, was that to me? Yeah, but I just kept on walking. And I turned around, she kind of gave me an odd look. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I know what's going on. So I turned around and I take the cart from her and said, thank you and all that. And as I turned around and I was pushing her cart back to Target, I'm like, well, I need a cart anyway, maybe. The man on the other side of the parking lot sees that, and he pushes his cart all the way across the parking lot at me. So I catch it, and now I have 2 carts. And before I got to the door, I believe I had 3 carts that I was pushing and such. So I go inside, take a deep breath, and then I'm like, okay. So I continue to do shopping as usual, trying to find that camera. So long story short, we found the camera, but I can't tell you how many people at the Target in Huntington Beach asked me where things were, and it's like, I don't work here. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the shirt, isn't it? It's the shirt. And then I was just minding my own business, looking for something, and I was browsing around, and even a person who worked there asked me, excuse me, do you work here? I said no. And also at another time, I ran into one of my commanders and his wife over at that Target. And I'm like, hello, I had one of the most unbelievable days. And while I was talking to them, somebody came up and asked me about something like, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, can you? And then the commander that I volunteer alongside with, he said, oh no, he doesn't work here, and he kind of helped me out, because I'm a person that wants to help and serve people, but if I don't know, I just don't know, and it's like I don't have a badge or anything, and I'm sorry and such. But anyway, that's kind of the long story, a bit medium, not really short, but medium. So I posted that all over Facebook. I even made a live video before I forgot in the parking lot once I got out to safety, I guess. No, I mean, honestly, if I worked there, I'd be more than happy to help out, but I realized it's the shirt. So that night I ushered at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. Just like tonight, I was just over there ushering their outdoors Christmas Eve service. And one of my friends, who's a fellow usher over there, said, hey, you're wearing the same shirt, because I was wearing the same shirt that Christmas Eve service. And 3 years later, I wore it today, and that usher was one of the first persons I saw over there this evening. So that's kind of it, my day, and what I said on Facebook and all over social media is never, and I mean never, will I ever go to a franchise whose predominant theme color is red while wearing this red shirt or any red shirt on the face of this planet. And I just want to impart that to you. This is life's wisdom. So anyway, but honestly, I just thought that this was one of the most tragic, comical stories ever. I mean, no, it's not really a tragedy or something. I mean, I did get help in a way, but at the same time, I just couldn't help the other people with directions. That story kind of made the rounds. But anyway, that wasn't the first time. I can't tell you, I mean, over the years, how many people, it doesn't matter what store, a lot of people just came up to me naturally to ask where things were. I mean, Staples, it happened several times. It didn't matter if I was even wearing a black shirt. People came up to me and asked me about something. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't work here, and such. So even at Staples and probably other places as well. So, but yeah, if I did work in these stores, I'd be more than happy to help out. But I just thought I'd share this comical story, this debacle that took place 3 years ago today. Merry Christmas.